We begin tonight with our coronavirus special coverage. Good Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome to Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano. State health officials today saying their new flu shot mandate for children will help boost the vaccination rate and fight COVID-19. But not everyone is happy with that new requirement. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us now live with more. Audrey.
Now, there are exemptions to the mandate for those who are going to be homeschooled, for people with medical and religious waivers or conflicts with the vaccine. But based on the local community's reaction, many people feel the mandate goes too far.
Pushing that number up higher would be a good thing.
State officials touting statistics that Massachusetts has some of the best vaccination rates in the country. In Massachusetts, Franklin County had the second highest rate of kindergartners with an exemption for all vaccines, according to state numbers from 2019. Overall, the exemption average for the state is low. But as flu season rushes down the pike, the state has mandated all children over 6 months of age get the flu shot if they attend daycare or any school or college in Massachusetts, even if they use a remote program. There are a few exemptions allowed for medical and religious reasons.
This vaccine requirement will provide an additional necessary layer of protection.
There's concern that too many flu cases presenting symptoms similar to COVID-19 could strain hospital resources. But many local people don't believe they should have to vaccinate their kids. In a Western Mass News poll of more than 1,000 people, more than 70% do not support the mandate.
I'm for it, but I'm kind of against it. I think the wording making it mandatory has made it like a harder decision for parents to make.
Shalonda Nicholson Mabry is a family services clinician at a local daycare. She's also a parent. She believes the state's goal to up the flu vaccine rate would be better achieved by telling parents to follow a suggestion rather than a mandate.
So I'm having mixed emotions about it. I think if the terminology was different, I'm saying they should most likely recommend all children in Massachusetts to get the flu shot. I think they would have a better outcome.
Now, I reached out to Massachusetts health officials for more information on how this vaccine mandate is going to be enforced and what some of the punishments could be for those who ignore it. They did not get back to me in time for this broadcast. Reporting live, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Audrey, thanks. Starting today, Stop and Shop is now offering flu vaccinations to any Massachusetts resident 9 years old and up at its locations across the Northeast. They tell Western Mass News that health and safety protocols will be in place for those flu shots. Customers will be required to wear masks, and pharmacists will wear masks, gloves, and face shields. Here's a look at today's numbers for COVID-19 cases. So far, the state reporting 262 new cases for a total number of 115,310. There were also 12 more deaths today. The statewide death toll now stands at 8,657. Once a week, the Department of Public Health updates the COVID-19 risk map, ranking each town based on the risk level for the coronavirus. South Hadley has now been moved to high risk after seeing a spike in cases there. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Grinelli spoke with a state senator about what needs to be done to stop the spread of COVID-19. She joins us now live with more. Sarah?
Chris, local lawmakers say that free rapid testing is one of the best ways to help curb the spread of COVID-19 and that Massachusetts needs more of them.
A spike in positive COVID-19 cases in the town of South Hadley is now considered high risk for coronavirus spread, according to the latest data released by the state. It is the only town at high risk in Western Massachusetts.
There was an event, I'm understanding, that caused it.
Here is the latest map of South Hadley, which has 32 positive cases in the last 14 days. Surrounding communities Springfield, Holyoke, and East Hampton are in yellow. Western Mass News spoke on the phone with Senator Jo Comerford. She says the spike in cases is because people were not following safety guidelines.
That came out of a lack of guidance following, we believe. And so, I think that it's really imperative to underscore that these restrictions are in place for the public's health.
The senator says there are places that people can go to get tested.
There are a number of them. They're just not part of the state's Stop the Spread initiative. which is, getting people in for free rapid turnaround testing.
The closest Stop the Spread site is in Springfield. Cumberford said she is working to get one in Hampshire County.
We really need in Hampshire County a dedicated rapid testing spot. Right now, it's still too difficult to get a COVID-19 test. People are waiting varying lengths of time to get their test results, sometimes a long time.
And Cumberford wants to make sure that everyone continues to follow practice social distancing guidelines, including wearing your mask. For Western Mass News, I'm Sarah Gurnelli.
Sarah, thank you for that live report. And Western Mass News is your school authority. Governor Charlie Baker addressing the amount of schools that are opting to open for in-person learning this fall or plan to eventually do so and bring students back into the classroom. The governor says the state is focusing on bringing everyone back in safely while preventing further spread of COVID-19.
We'll implement a rapid response testing program for K-12 schools across Massachusetts. This program will be designed to quickly deliver testing resources for students and school personnel if there are multiple cases in a cohort that require larger scale testing than a community may have access to currently.
The governor goes on to say the state will put out detailed guidance on how this process will work within the next coming weeks. The Massachusetts Teachers Association president, however, says the plan falls short. She tells Western Mass News in part, quote, COVID-19 testing must be widespread, frequent, easily accessible, and free to all students and staff, and not limited just to cohorts where there are signs of concern. Like much of what Governor Baker has promoted for schools, his testing plan recklessly creates false confidence. Now at 6, private schools across Western Mass are seeing an increase in student enrollment as the start of the school year inches closer. Now, this increase comes after many public school districts have opted for remote learning. So why are parents making the switch for their students? Western Mass News reporter Alyssa McCann has the story.
A large number of school districts across Western Mass have decided on remote or hybrid learning this upcoming fall. Educators say these decisions were made to protect students, staff, and the communities they live in. But those decisions are causing parents to rethink their child's back-to-school plan.
We have seen an increase in interest, a 60% increase in interest since late spring through the summer, in both day students and domestic boarding students.
Brian Easler, the head of school at Wilbraham and Munson Academy, tells Western Mass News they have seen an increase in interest across the board from all different grade levels and communities.
We've had interest from all the local areas, including Springfield, Chicopee, Holyoke, everywhere, and although we are a private school, we have a significant financial aid program.
Easler says what Wilbraham and Munson Academy has to offer is attracting students.
We attribute that to our hybrid learning program, which allows us to teach full in-person all the time, but also at the same time, students or teachers can teach or learn remotely from off campus if necessary.
In addition to socially distanced classrooms and improved air quality, Easler believes it's the testing that will be done right here on campus that sets the institution apart from the rest.
We have a significant testing program on campus. Everyone on campus, students, faculty, staff, cleaning crew, dining hall staff, everyone will be tested twice a week, with no more than 4 days between tests.
It's less than 2 weeks for the start of school for students here at Wilbraham and Munson Academy. But typically enrollment is closed by now. The school says they will be keeping it open for interested students.
We realize that families are going to have needs and we still have some spaces left. So under the circumstances, we'll roll admission into the beginning of the school year.
For Western Mass News, I'm Alyssa McCann.
Western Mass News is your school authority. You have questions or concerns as schools prepare to open back up, and we're getting you the answers. You can call us with your questions. The number's on your screen, 413-846-0200, or email us, schoolauthority@westernmassnews.com.
Well, it is a comfortably warm afternoon here across Western Mass. We've got a ton of sunshine right now. Temperatures are just shy of 80 degrees where they've been most of the day. Dew points are in the high 40s, which is very refreshing, and there's a good breeze coming in out of the west-northwest. Temperatures have dropped into the middle 70s here across Pittsfield, North Adams. Cummington is actually down to about 70, and everybody in the Pioneer Valley looks to be down into the 70s as well after a few spots hit 80 this afternoon. Dew points remain on the low side, so we have this very dry and comfortable air mass in place. That will start to change though beginning tomorrow and into the weekend, so enjoy it now. And we have again clear sky. There's barely a cloud out there, and we will keep clear skies overnight, so we are going to get cool again. Not quite as cool as last night, but we should return to the lower and middle 50s in most spots. Breezes will stay light to calm, and we may see a little bit of patchy valley fog form again. And then for tomorrow, a steady climb throughout the morning. Temperatures climbing into the upper 80s by the afternoon, and we'll have a good mix of sunshine and clouds. Something to keep in mind, and I haven't been reporting on this as much lately, but it's good to throw this out there because the ragweed count is now starting to get high for Friday and Sunday, even Saturday, expecting high to very high grass and ragweed pollens, which is now going to be taking over ragweed through September. So keep that in mind if you suffer from allergies. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Chris?
Janna, thanks. The Chicopee Police Department is asking for your help identifying the man on your screen. They tell Western Mass News he's wanted for questioning in the use of a stolen credit card. Again, take a look. Anyone with information should contact Chicopee Police.